Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your Tarot, Oracle, and Rune reading for the week of July 17th to the 23rd, 2023. Your rune is Degas, and this is the rune of July and of sunshine, and it just represents those really long days, the peak of sunlight, noon. And so for that reason, it's a really good rune to come out in your reading because it does show new beginnings, it shows creative expansion, and it shows having like a maximum amount of opportunity, time, energy to bring new stuff into your life. This also shows that the days will be really long. You could spend a lot of time outdoors, going on like a certain day trip this week, going out to do something fun, even if it's just like going to farmers markets or thrift shopping or I don't know, what, kayaking. I see something here this week happening for you that is like a really fun day out that you may or may not expect. Also, this gives me like a sense of repetition and doing something over and over and over again to grow it. And I'm just thinking of like farming and how at this time of the year, and at least if you're in the northern hemisphere where it's like the middle of summer, the days are super long and there are a lot of time spent working really hard to maintain, gather the crops, sell them, and it's just like a lot of hard work, which also brings in a lot of money. So it's a really good time this week to be making money, to be making the most out of your time, and to be just going out and enjoying life to the fullest. The energy seems to be at a peak this week, and there's just a lot of potential here. Next, you have the King of Fire. Speaking of, I see Gemini, like I said, good week to make money. King of Fire is someone who is a really good leader, and they have a really big vision of what they want their life to look like, or what the outcome of a certain project is going to be. And I just keep coming back to this theme in my head of like the weather is going to be perfect for you to do something. Like say for example, you're building a deck and you have this vision of what you want this deck to look like, and you have these detailed plans of how you're going to get it done. And then like this is the week where like the weather's perfect. You're going to, spend long times each day going out building this deck. You get what I'm saying? It's like everything's kind of lining up, and you have organization, and you have that leadership and that vision to make something happen this week, and you're like getting out and doing the work for it. Also, I keep seeing like outdoors, like, so some of you might even be like planting a certain garden or hardscaping if you have a yard, or even just like going out and fulfilling certain visions that you had for this month. Maybe you really wanted to go to a certain event, or like picnic more, or go on more hikes. I see you actually doing that this week, which is beautiful. Next, we have action, of course, literally what we were just saying. The number 17 might be important to you. And I mean, guys, this is literally just going out, taking action. Like we said, it's a good week to literally get outside and take action on something that you've been wanting to do, that's been on your to-do list, or just getting a lot of work done, getting a lot of business. I'm seeing so many different visions, and it's so interesting to me because you guys are from all different places of the world. Some of you guys, I see you like literally selling your stuff at like a flea market or like farmers market, some type of market situation. For others of you, I'm seeing you like literally doing outdoor projects, like building or maintaining a farm or a garden, or like a deck, we saw. Building some furniture outdoors, painting, doing home renovations. I'm also seeing like maybe you always had in mind like, oh, I want to go visit that trail, or that walk. Like I'm seeing like a city walk of some sort, particularly like next to water. I know this is so specific, but I'm seeing someone watching here, like you always said to yourself, oh, like maybe sometime this summer or this month I'll go on like a little walk on this. I'm seeing like a sidewalk next to a river or a lake or something. I don't know. So I'm seeing something like that. We're going to pull 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3. First card out for you is the King of Swords, beautiful organization. I see you like really knowing your worth. The first card out usually represents the past few weeks and months, and I see that, you perhaps cut some nonsense out of your life. I'm seeing like no nonsense, no time wasting. I'm not wasting my time anymore. Like I'm only going to focus these long, beautiful days, which are a blessing, on the things that are growing in my life and the things that are fulfilling, that I feel passionate about, that really, strike me as creative. So I am seeing a bit of an energy within Gemini of like no longer wanting to kind of waste time on certain people who you just know they're not going to go anywhere, or you don't particularly enjoy your time with them anymore. This energy has been really strong in the collective these past few weeks. I've been feeling it, you know, just no longer wanting to be around or tolerate people just for the sake of maintaining the relationship. If you're really just spending every day, especially like just being inside, doing something you don't want to do, it's like, no, I want to get out there. I want to experience life. I want to see more, adventure more, really make the most of this beautiful weather, these beautiful days. Obviously, some of you are in the southern hemisphere, it may be the middle of winter, but I mean, same thing can apply with your winter activities. So just wanting to get out there and kind of like maybe distancing yourself a little bit mentally, emotionally, and physically from people who just kind of want to stay in and don't really have much to offer anyways, like it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, second card out is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So the one hang up I'm seeing here is that you might be like not having, or you might feel like you want to save your money, you don't have enough money or resources or health or energy to get out there and do these things. But I kind of see that's more of a belief rather than the reality. Also, there might be an earth sign in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who may be of significance this week. And this person seems to be very much like, maybe this is the person that you're distancing yourself from, actually, because it's like they just want to stay inside. They don't really want to go out and do anything. It really seems to me, some of you guys, this, you know, definitely won't resonate with everyone. You might be feeling used for like sex by someone, because it's like you want to go out on dates, you want to enjoy life, but you know, the hanging out with this person seemingly always goes back to like their place or your place, and it's just like the weather's so beautiful, I feel like I'm wasting my time with you. So I don't know, I'm seeing an energy like that where it's like a little bit frustrating, or this could even be a friend or someone who is so frugal to the point where it's just like greed. It's just not fun to be around them, because it's like, you know, like this is the type of person who tries to coupon everything. Like you can't splurge every once in a while, and it's just like, listen, I want nice things. I want to have like brunch and 2 mimosas, but you know, you're sitting here saying, oh no, we could do this at home, we can do this at home. You get what I'm saying? I keep coming back to the home. So this is someone who's like, it'll be cheaper to do it at home, which I understand that. I totally think like that as well. But I mean, nothing can really replace that feeling of like going out and being around that atmosphere. And that's just what you're craving at this time. So it's not necessarily that you're like cutting this person off, or some of you may be, especially if you're feeling used though. It's just more so like, you know what, I'm going to spend more time with other people or by myself, going out, enjoying life. Third card out for you is the Six of Pentacles reverse. Okay, maybe there is a tie here of like feeling used, because this, to me, when this card comes out in reverse, it kind of does give me that energy of being used or like greed, and it's coming out next to the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which it can sometimes represent someone who is greedy. You know, they just want to save the most amount of money, energy, time for themselves. You know, this is someone who like really goes cheap when getting you a gift, for example, or, you know, they just really, I don't know. I'm just seeing a frustration with that. So I see you kind of just wanting this week to spend more time with yourself or people who actually want to enjoy life, grow in life, go out, have fun. For others of you, this may indicate a work situation. I'm feeling it more like in your personal life, but for a few of you, this could be a work situation where like your boss or employers are being really greedy and like trying to squeeze the most amount of energy out of you without giving you that much money in return. And it's like, listen, I want to go out and enjoy the weather. I want to go out and like live my life, you know, and you're having me here all the time, and I don't feel like I have enough money to enjoy said life. So for some of you, that's a little bit of something that you may be working through this week. Yeah. Second row out, fourth card, we have the Moon. Okay, some deep emotions coming through this week. I want to see the cards surrounding this. This is underneath the King of Swords. So let's see what is next to it. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, like we said, working real hard on either like a business, a side hustle, getting a new job for some of you, or a personal creative project. Like we had that example of like building a deck. The Eight of Pentacles shows really putting in the work right now, making the most of the present moment. I'm seeing the phrase carpe diem, which is like seize the day, make the most of the day. And that just feels like the mantra of this week for you, like squeezing as much fun and productivity out of the daylight as you can. For others of you, and I'm more worried about this small percentage of people watching, it feels like you're the one being squeezed, okay? And you would know if you're in the situation where it's like, you're trying to squeeze the most amount of work out of me for not that much money, or if it's like a personal relationship, you're trying to get, it'll feel like, I hate this message. It'll feel like someone's trying to get like the most out of you, like your body or like your time. Like you'll notice they want to spend long amount of times with you, like indoors and like just focusing on physical stuff. I hate that this message is coming out, guys. If you feel this way with anyone, cut them off. Like I hate that. Like you are so much more than your body, and you know, if you're in any situation where it just feels like someone's trying to get the most out of you without really giving much in return, cut it off this week. Like, and that's why, like we said, this is the sun rune. This is a really positive rune. So if you cut it off this week, like that is such a positive thing. And I just got goosebumps. Like this will be a really good week for you if you don't make plans with a person like that, or if you seize this week to find yourself another source of income. If this is a job, for example, you know what I mean? Like make the most out of your time, make the most out of the day, and don't let other people kind of treat you like how they should be treating the daylight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally them sucking out your light. Wow, that was beautiful. I feel like that didn't really make much sense, but it's like everyone on this earth should be making the most out of the daylight, okay, the time that we have here. But some people are leeches and they try to make the most out of other people's daylights, other people's time, you know? So that's what I mean by like they're sucking the light out of you. And they're just, I don't want to go on a tangent, but I feel like this is kind of how billionaires are made. I'm not going to go on a tangent. I love rich people. I love wealthy people. I think it gets to a certain point, though, with a very small percentage of folks in this world, where it gets like you're literally only achieving this amount of wealth by sucking the daylight out of other people, you know, preying upon people's resources and not paying them fairly. I don't know why this tangent is coming to my mind. Maybe you'll be having this tangent to someone this week, or you know, someone will be talking to you about this. I don't know. Sixth card out, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, right underneath that Six of Pentacles in reverse. So really interesting here. I mean, you know, some of you guys might be like finding yourself repeating to someone like, hey, why don't we like go out more? Like we're always staying in, or kind of repeating to like, if this is an employer, like, you know, I need more time to like enjoy my life, you know? And it's just like, I don't know. Six of Cups reverse gives me, this is someone who you really, like your heart was really fond of, you really enjoyed doing this, but it's just come to the place where you know that it's not really fair. You don't feel like you're being treated fairly, so I see you kind of gently walking away. Honestly, this doesn't feel like a big emotional event for a lot of you either. It's just kind of like, you know, I'm just going to distance myself. I'm just going to like gradually do my own thing because I had this conversation with you. Third card out, or third row out, sorry. Seventh card is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Building a bit of a wall here, a fence, some boundaries. I feel like you're creating a bit of emotional distance between you and whoever this person is or whatever the situation is. Also, I don't know why I'm just seeing this as building again. Like some of you are literally building something this week. A deck, a fence, a hardscaping, landscaping, I don't know, something like that. Some type of renovation here. Nine of Wands reversed right underneath that Moon card. I feel like there's some deeper emotions to be explored. You know, in your past, you might have felt used by someone, and there's still a lot of hurt and pain surrounding that. And it's like a part of you wants to like keep holding on to this person and give them room for growth and change here. But at the same time, it's like, even if they did grow and change, like, are you still feeling resentful over this? Like, does this attack your feelings of self-worth? You know, is this even healthy to still hold on to? I don't know. Next card out is the Three of Wands in reverse. You're getting quite close to building up upon a dream of yours. I feel the message coming through from Spirit saying, like, we want you to build upon your own personal dream for yourself. That means like focusing on your business or your projects, your friendships, you know, the people closest to you. Start building your life. I keep coming back to this person or this situation that is trying to suck the daylight out of you. And Spirit's saying, you know, you might not think it's a big deal to kind of like hang out with them once, or, you know, whatever, like we'll see each other once in a while, no big deal. Spirit's saying it actually is a big deal, because that is valuable time that you could be spending building your own goals and self up. You know, this person is literally sucking the daylight out of you and preventing this from happening. And this is the Three of Wands, which shows goal acquisition, like literally looking at your life and saying, wow, like I really did this. I manifested this for myself. So yeah, it's time to start pouring more energy into you. Final card out is the Ace of Wands. There's that brand new fiery beginning that we saw here with this rune. I love this for you. Also, King of Fire, Ace of Wands, which is fire. We see a natural progression happening here. This shows a new passionate focus on your life and the people who reciprocate energy to you. It's like all this energy of like not having your time reciprocated and what you have to offer reciprocated. It feels like you're kind of distancing yourself from that, and in the process of distancing yourself, a new beginning, a new dawn emerges here, where it's like, okay, I have all this extra time and energy now to do this fun thing that I wake up feeling excited about doing, whatever that may be. Like today I'm gonna go on a hike. Today I'm gonna try that new restaurant I always wanted to try. Today I'm gonna, you know, build that deck. I'm gonna, you know, go to IKEA and get a bookshelf and build it. Like it's just taking control of the day, taking your time back. It feels so exciting. It feels so liberating. And this energy of self-respect, first and foremost, will attract, for some of you, new people who respect you as well and can offer you that zesty, passionate, lusty energy that you're looking for. It's like you can have both. You can have someone who respects your time and your energy and reciprocates and isn't using you, and you can have someone who is the same person who is very attractive to you and offers, you know, that lusty, hormonal, romantic energy you're craving. So I don't know, guys. It's something to consider here. Self-respect and seizing the day. That would be like the mantras of this week for you. Thank you for joining me, liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting how this resonated with you is the simplest ways that you can support this channel. It helps boost the algorithm and gets this content out there, so thank you for doing that. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also leave a donation, which is linked in the description box. Or you can go to my website and book a personal reading with me one-on-one, buy a Goddess Energy Intention Oil, or do some spiritual life coaching sessions with me. And I would definitely recommend watching for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus if you want the fullest overview of this week ahead, okay? Thank you guys. Bye-bye.